Just as I finished editing the video, Boom posted that the episode might drop today, so hit subscribe so you don't miss my analysis. Hi guys, Iron Cameraman here. I wish I could start this video cheerfully and tell you some news about episode 79 part 2. But instead, I have to begin with something that really triggered me. I'm so pissed off right now that the amount of energy my core is producing could probably be used to launch a couple of rockets to the moon and bring them back. As you may have guessed, the reason is the recent strikes on skibidi toilet YouTubers. And yes, history is repeating itself again. I've honestly lost count of how many waves of strikes we've had at this point. But no, I'm not actually mad at the fact that some random non-independent characters decided to act like they're something bigger than they really are. What really triggers me is the existence of this problem itself, the fact that people can just throw strikes for no reason at all, exploiting loopholes in the system. How many more of these obviously baseless strikes does YouTube need to see before they finally fix the complaint approval system? Let's get straight into what exactly happened for those of you who aren't aware. A group of kids, probably no older than 8 years old, decided to mess around and declare war on edit YouTubers. Channels like CXRtoon, FameYT, Darby Edits, Pokey Edits all got attacked, and at the time of writing this script, the Dragon Edits channel has completely disappeared from YouTube. On top of that, they didn't just go after the edit channels, they also started sending threats to Ebio, Databayo, and even me. Soon after, Databayo actually did receive a strike, but she managed to get it removed really quickly, proving how easy it is to overturn these because they're 100% fake. Now, let's talk a bit more about how they even pulled this off on such a scale. Since editors use lots of different music tracks for their videos, these scammers decided to claim themselves as the authors of some songs. After that, they mass reported them to YouTube, and YouTube, without bothering to check the details, just believed that they were the real copyright holders. In her post, Databayo mentioned that they were asking for $150,000. Let me repeat, $150,000. That's such an insane amount that it's almost laughable they thought they'd get it from a YouTuber making skibidi toilet theories. Do they think we're millionaires or something? If anything, they should have gone full Hollywood villain cliché and, besides the money, also asked Databayo for a helicopter and safe passage. Now I get why Date joked at the beginning that these kids had watched way too many hacker movies. Turns out, it wasn't even a joke, but kind of true, given the context. On top of that, they were filing these strikes under the name of some supposed politician from the city of Luanda. And in Databayo's case, they even went so far as to claim that this made-up guy from Luanda was also the author of Skibidi Toilet. Basically, they said he was a representative of invisible narratives, which is the kind of nonsense you'd only hear from a feverish madman who just got run over by a bus. The level of lying here reminded me of those people who are still suing, claiming they invented Skibidi Toilet before Boom, showing so-called old screenshots. In reality, those screenshots were clearly faked just to trick the court, which obviously didn't work, and they lost the case. And while I was making this video, I noticed I got 2 identical emails saying that supposedly I received a strike or something like that. But being careful, I didn't click on any of the shady links, because in my creator studio, everything was clean and my channel had no strikes. So I decided to ask ChatGPT what it was, and the answer was exactly what I expected. It turns out this is just a phishing scam to steal a creator's login and password so the scammers can take over the account. My theory is that these wannabe hackers already tried to strike my channel and, for whatever reason, it didn't work. Maybe because of Databayo's appeal or some other reason, YouTube figured out they were fake copyright holders. So then they decided to go with Plan B and try to steal my channel with this childish method instead of strikes. That said, I can't claim 100% certainty that it was them because I don't even read their messages. But the timing is way too suspicious. Plus, Ebio warned me that they'd put me on some kind of blacklist and even joined my Discord server. So considering all that, I'm almost sure it was them. And while in Databayo's case they asked for $150,000, when they were first throwing strikes, their demands were much smaller. They were asking some edit YouTubers for just $200 in exchange for guaranteeing that their channel would be left alone. By the way, you probably noticed that in all the screenshots I blurred out their avatars and nicknames. Let me explain why. My tactic with people like this is always complete ignorance. All they want is attention. They live off people talking about them. Knowing that, I always try to strip them of identity and exposure, basically treating them as faceless parasites, at least whenever the situation allows it. And of course, I don't want to accidentally expose anyone by mistake. I'm human, not a robot. I can make small errors, so I prefer not to show profiles at all. And how do I know these guys don't want anything besides attention and some vague hope of money? Everything points to it. Just look. Throwing random strikes at everyone without any reason or higher purpose. Their whole motivation is just being evil for the sake of it. Like cartoon Disney villains who do bad things just because they're villains. Absurd, isn't it? And yeah, from the way I'm telling this, you've probably realized I haven't dug into all the tiny details, and I'm not deep into the behind-the-scenes drama, because honestly, I don't care to get involved. I'd rather save my nerves and not dive into that mess. But if you do want the details and actually see the names of these scammers, I recommend watching Ibio's video and also Databayo's. She explained everything really well and, from what she said, is about to release another video soon. Small note, by the time I recorded this audio, that new video has already been published. Now let's switch to some good news. First of all, in my opinion, the new episode will already be out this week, probably on Saturday. According to Boom's last update, the animation is almost done, effects and lighting are finished, and it's currently in rendering. The sound and post-production are also in progress. On top of that, Boom wrote to Ibio about an interesting detail from episode 77 that apparently almost no one noticed. Or if anyone did, it was only in very small circles, because I hadn't heard about it at all. Boom attached screenshots and explained that not only did the fighter jet crash because of G-Toilet, but at the moment of the explosion you can clearly see his silhouette. At first I thought this happened right before his appearance, but no. It actually takes place before we're shown the Skibidi army, which means G-Man showed up at the same time as the army and even managed to fire while invisible. This implies that in the future he might help the Alliance by attacking Astro in ways they won't even realize where it's coming from. I think it's going to be pretty epic. Enemies looking around trying to find an invisible shooter. There's also another interesting detail from the spoiler this time. Take a look at the Duchess. You can see a big cut on her cheek. A user named Appropriate Horse suggested that this was caused by Polycephaly TV Man. Honestly, it does sound logical, especially given the spoiler where he's shown half dead. But most likely it's just hair. Even the theory's author wasn't 100% sure, so I double-checked with my friend, an SFM animator who knows the models really well. He confirmed it's definitely hair, not a scar. So unfortunately, even though the theory sounds cool, it probably won't be the case. Though a clash between Polycephaly and the Duchess is still quite possible, the remaining characters might try to team up against her. But honestly, it won't change much given the Duchess's power, especially with the Watchmen of Doom by her side. And finally, I want to wish all the skibidi YouTubers good luck. We'll get through yet another wave of strikes together. This time, it's not even that serious, considering the scammers' methods, but still, it's annoying when instead of doing the work you love, you have to waste time writing to support and proving how absurd these fake claims are. Anyway, I'm off to Disneyland. I'll be back the day after tomorrow, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the new videos. Iron is out.